Hey, Dr. C here. Hope you're having a decent day today. No more snow. Yes, okay. Good old New England. Today we're going to do a program using all of the different, very inexpensive things that you can do to help you and guide you with your home exercise. Okay. Before I go into some of these little things, let's go talk a few minutes about all the things that you can still do at home and get your exercise in. Remember, 150 minutes a week. Okay. The most common thing that's done, walking. Walking. What is the most important thing about walking? Well, number one, you got to have comfortable shoes. Now, what are comfortable shoes? Myself, I have a kind of a predilection, I guess, for the New Balance shoes. Now, balance is part of it, actually, because those New Balance shoes are very comfortable. That is number one. Whatever shoe you choose to walk in, it needs to be comfortable, number one. Now, if you have a balance problem, you'd like to have a little extra rubber on the outer part of the soles, which stabilizes you somewhat. Now, when you're a senior too, some of you have difficulty reaching down, tying your shoes. So you get the kind that are soft, very flexible shoes, and the kind that have either the straps that don't have to be tied or Velcro straps, one or the other. And so that's what you look for. Probably the other important thing besides that is the shoes need to have good treads. You don't want to slip and fall on your head because there's a little bit of moisture on the ground or something. You need to have good traction. So you look at the bottom of the shoe too. Make sure you have good traction. But at any rate, I tell you, New Balance, but there are others out there that are just as good. You get very, very confused when you go into a shoe store. Racks and racks and racks of all different kinds of shoes, and every manufacturer has every different kind for men, for women, different kinds of sports. But we're not going to do a lot of lateral movement, so you don't need those kind of sports types athletic shoes. You need comfortable, flexible, waterproof if you're going to be outside walking, and you got yourself a good shoe. Okay, what can you do besides walking? Swimming. This time of year, swimming. Love it. Swimming is an excellent exercise for seniors. I would highly recommend getting your aquatherapy as well. Okay, so swimming is another one. Bike riding is excellent. Bike riding is good. You just have to choose where you go. As seniors, we're not out on the open road like a lot of the younger guys do. We can't do that. We shouldn't do that. But there's no reason you can't use private courses like maybe a high school will let you go around the track and all. Excellent exercise, biking. Okay. What else? Well, some of us still will go out and jump rope. Jumping rope. All you need is a hunk of rope. You don't need a fancy jump rope to do it. That gives you the coordination. So that's also a very good thing. Dancing is excellent. Whether it's line dancing, whether it's ballroom dancing, whatever kind of dancing, that's excellent exercise as well. You can use a plain towel, or a strap, and you can also use the wall. I wish I had a wall here. We could do some wall exercises as well. But again, that's more of the strengthening exercises when you're using that wall. Also, I brought with me some things now that we use regularly in our exercise classes. Okay. I haven't used this in a while, and I'm going to use it today because there are some things you can do with a good old broomstick. Yes, a good old broomstick. Now, you can use the broomstick in several ways, and I'm going to stand up to do a lot of these. Okay. You can put your hands close together, elbows up, and just lift. 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you can put your hands apart, stretch those arms apart. Really stretch them. That's why I use a longer broomstick. Stretch them apart. And now you can just lift and down, lift and down, lift 3, down, lift 4, down, lift 5, and down. Now you don't have to just lift straight up. You can go in the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and back up again. You can also do a figure 8. Do a figure 8 as well. Remember, the best exercise, simplest and easiest on the hips and on the shoulders is a circle. Just circular motion. What else can we do with that stick? You can use it for your balance. Yes, your balance. So let's do it. I got the stick or the broomstick in my right hand, and I'm going to balance on my right foot, and I'm going to lift the left and go out, up, back, up, side, up, cross, and up, and down. And of course, you can do the other side just as well. Again, balancing on the foot that's right next to that broomstick, and bring your leg up. Go forward. Whoa, that's not too good, is it, huh? Up, forward, up, back, up, side, up, cross, and down. So we use it for balance as well. You can also, if you wanted to, you could take that stick and you can go all the way down. You can go up. You can go all the way down. And you can come up. You can also go to the side. You slide your hand down on one side and back up. Slide it down on the other side and back up. Slide it down, back up. Slide it down and back up. And so I really do like the old broomstick. Okay, that's one. Well, let's go to the next one. This is one thing you probably haven't seen me do in a while. A good old Frisbee. What the heck would I use a Frisbee for? Well, you put that Frisbee down, you put your foot in. I brought two because I'm going to do both sides. Why not? Just to show you, just an example of what we can do with the Frisbee. You can swing the legs out, swing them in, swing them out, swing them in. Now, whenever I go to the side, let's say I go out with that right leg over to the side, left arm comes out. Now, other side, right arm goes out. One side, other side. One side, other side. One side, and other side. Now, we can do things with that Frisbee. You can make a figure eight. Figure eight. Figure eight. Of course, with this rug, I can't do a figure eight very smoothly. It's going to depend a lot on the surface that you're working. We used to use the paper plates. Paper plate, even cheaper than the Frisbee, let's face it. So, but you get the idea. Whenever you're sliding anywhere, you get something that's either plastic or cardboard or whatever. The next one, the small ball. I have a whole program on the small ball. I love the small ball. We use it for balance. We use it for strengthening. We use it for stretching. So let me give you an example of all of those. First of all, you learn with the small ball, when we put the ball on the two sides, you learn to breathe in and relax when you're not using your muscles. You breathe in, and when you use your muscles, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. One more. Breathe in and breathe out. The other nice thing about the ball, it gives you strength in your hands. We all get some arthritis in our hands. Not rheumatoid arthritis. Some of you do get rheumatoid arthritis in the hands. But everybody gets some degree of arthritis in the hands. You need mobility. So you use the ball. One ball, one hand on top of the ball. And squeeze it down and crunch. Relax, squeeze it, crunch. So that's just like squeezing a small ball. You're getting that active strengthening of that hand. Also, you can't forget about the fingers. What do you do with the fingers? We push the thumb in. Index, middle, fourth and fifth. Thumb, index, middle, fourth and fifth. One more. Thumb, index, middle, fourth and fifth. What else can we do? We can practice opening and closing a jar. Again, I'll use the right hand first. Going to open that jar. Turn. 1, 2, 3. And now we got to close that damn jar. Turn the other way. 1, 2, 3. And then you do your other hand. Squeeze it first, getting that flexion. Squeeze and squeeze. Then each individual finger, thumb, index, middle, 4, 5. Thumb, index, middle, 4, 5. Thumb, index, middle, 4, 5. And now we're going to open that jar. Open a jar. 1, 2, 3. And now we got to close that jar. Turn. 1, 2, and 3. Now I mentioned too that with the ball, you can do it in the legs too. You put the ball between your knees, for example. Breathing in and relax. Breathing out, squeeze it together. You can feel all of the adductor muscles squeezing in the inside. Breathing out and squeeze. Breathing in, relax. Breathing out and squeeze. We can also use it for balance. I have people hold that ball, just bring it up. up 2, up 3. Bring it to the other hand. 1, 2, 3. Or you can pass it one to the other. Pass it. 1, 2, 3. Now I catch better with my left hand because I'm right-handed. And same with you. You catch with your left hand if you're right-handed. That's why I catch better with that left hand. But you need training to get that right hand. So these are all the little things that we can do with a ball. Very, very, very nice thing to have. Okay, so that's the ball. What else do we have? We have our light weights as well. Now, light weights are good for strength in the upper body. Upper body. So what we do, elbows in, we're going to do biceps first. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's do triceps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's do deltoid. Lateral deltoid first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, there's 3 parts to that deltoid. Front, anterior it's called, lateral, which we just did, and then you have a posterior part. What do we do for the front part? You bend it forward, keep your back nice and straight, down with that arm, and now just lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How do we get the posterior? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's get that other arm now. First of all, straight, over to the side. 2, 3, 4, 5. Bend it forward, nice straight back. Hold that down now. Now lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now get that posterior one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now we got to work on those back muscles, the top back first. Let's work on the trapezius first. Left arm out, right arm comes over, bow and arrow, bow and arrow. 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side, right arm out, left arm comes over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now my favorite, rowing. Rowing is an excellent exercise for that mid-trapezius. What do we do? Palms facing down and bending those elbows back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now we got to get the lower part. Separate your feet. Right hand inside of the left knee. Pull back with that elbow bent. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now left hand inside of the right knee. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So you see we did the top, the middle with the row, and the row also is excellent for people who tend to slouch. That helps to strengthen those muscles in the back, hold those shoulders back. And you remember my simple thing, simply turning your palms forward. Automatically your shoulders go back. So remember that. Remember that. Okay. So now let's go on. What other muscles do we have to be concerned about? In the low back area, we have to be concerned about that quadratus lumborum. How do we do that one? Raise the arm up, other arm down, over, and swing this arm across. Let's get the other side. Down, over, and across. Up, down, over, and across. Up, down, over, and across. So those are the ones for that anterior or the quadratus lumborum. What other muscles do we have back there? Well, very simply, put your feet further apart. Now we're going to do those long strap muscles along the back. Bring them up, all the way up, and then all the way down. Breathing out as you go down. Breathing in as you come up. Breathing out as you go down. Breathing in as you come up. Breathing out as you come down. And breathing in as you come up. And down. Now you can add to that, we call it a Russian twist. Whenever you do an exercise, if you do the exercise and then twist, it's called a Russian twist. So for example, if I were up with that one arm, I would twist. Other arm, twist. 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 You can make it very simple, bringing it all the way across. All the way across. All the way across. All the way across. And again. So I like the weights for upper body strength. Now, the one you're more familiar with are the bands, because I use the bands frequently in my exercise. They're very inexpensive. What you want to get, this is a 4-inch width, 4-inch width. They come in different thicknesses. Unfortunately, they sell them in packets with light, medium, and heavy. Now, most of you aren't going to use the heavy, and besides, the ones they give you are only 4 feet in length. You can't do all the exercises appropriately. So I go to the local store. They have a big roll, the local physical therapy departments, and get one that's 6 feet in length. Get a couple of them. They're cheap. They'll cut a couple of 6 feet lengths for you. So what can we do with that band? We didn't do the feet yet, the legs. So that's what I use the bands for the legs. Let's do it. Let's do that right leg first. Right leg goes out. Good grip on that band. Bring it back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to go over to the side. That's why we don't have a chair that has arms. We use a chair that does not have arms. Over to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What else can we do? Well, we can raise it. And then down slowly. Breathing in as you raise. Breathing out as you go down. Breathing in as you raise. Breathing out as you go down. Remember I told you before, the simplest exercise and the best for joints like the shoulder joint or the hip joint are little circles. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then reverse the circle. 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let's also get the abductor and the adductor. Ab, add, ab, add, ab, add, ab, and add. And now we're going to stretch it. Whenever you exercise, at the end of the exercise, you stretch the muscle. over to the side and give it a good pull. Now you feel a pull in the adductor muscles. And now bring it across. Grab the band in the other hand. Now you feel that pull in the abductor muscles. And now the final stretch in that leg, we got to do the other leg, of course. You're going to put that leg out onto your heel, hand on top of the knee. Now you're getting a good hamstring stretch. Pull back a little bit on that foot. Now, that leg, what you can do also with the foot, point your toes, flex the foot, point, flex, point, flex, point, and flex. You can toe in, toe out, in, and out. And let's get that other leg. Gotta be symmetrical, right? Okay. Well, let's do all that series again with this leg. In it goes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Over to the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Straight ahead now. Raise it up and slowly down. Raise it up. Slowly down. Raise it up and slowly down. Straight ahead. Little circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And now, out, abduct, adduct, ab, add, ab, add, ab, add, ab, add. And now, we're going to point the toe. Flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, flex, point, and flex. Toe in, toe out, in, out, in, out, in, out. One more, in, out. And now stretch it over to the side. Good stretch of those adductor muscles. Over and cross. Other hand, stretch those on the outside part of the thigh. And back in and down. Okay, that's what we use our band. Of course, we can use the band for the upper extremities as well, which I frequently will do. Okay, that is a very, very tight synopsis of all the things that you can use that don't cost you anything. You can do them right at home. A lot of these you can do right in bed, actually. So this is Dr. C. Hope you have a nice spring. We'll see you next time.